welcome everybody to this week's Market Share, the short weekly segment brought to you by MKR, where we bring you all the noteworthy news and updates surrounding digital media and the world today. I'm your host, Genevieve, and we've got some great stories for you today, so let's get started. First up this week, let's talk about Jake from State Farm and the company's most recent publicity stunt based on pop culture. Obviously, everyone and their mother has been keeping up with the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce story, and State Farm was extremely quick to act on it to reach younger consumers. State Farm already has more of the type of humor that appeals to Gen Z. The company has a higher priority being placed on digital and mobile channels like TikTok and esports, and they've already included Travis Kelce in some of their marketing, so this is the absolute perfect platform for them. So after Jake from State Farm sat with Donna Kelce at the Eagles game, State Farm received 425 earned media placements, representing an estimated $23 million in ad equivalency values. And honestly, those numbers speak for themselves. They also received 2.6 billion social media impressions, and there was a 15 times increase in search engagement after the broadcast exposure. State Farm's head of marketing, Allison Griffin, in an interview last week, explained how State Farm is looking for more ways to reach their audience where they are because they aren't going to come looking for us. As the head of marketing at an insurance company, you have to know that insurance is anything but sexy. But with stunts like this, you can really become a topic of regular conversation while reaching more of your audience's communication goals. Next up today, let's talk about an extremely moving advertisement that was recently released by AT&T surrounding their new 5G helmet for deaf athletes. The brand worked with the agency Translation and Gallaudet University, aims to close a communication gap and make football more accessible to hard-of-hearing athletes. Going all the way back to 1892, a quarterback named Paul D. Hubbard used a tight-knit circle to communicate privately with his teammates at Gallaudet, a school for deaf and hard-of-hearing students, which became known as the huddle we all see in all levels of football now. But since then, football has not been the most accessible sport to break into. The new helmet that AT&T created allows coaches to communicate with their players through visual communication on a small screen within the helmet through augmented reality. The spot that they created allows you to experience what it's like to be the player, before and after the helmet, and the emotional connection it forges between yourself and the product is quite remarkable. Last up today, and in less heartwarming news, the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses are going to steal all of your data. This may be a somewhat aggressive statement, but we don't think that makes it any less true, as now Meta will have access to all of your experiences. Experienced while you wear the glasses, of course. This isn't the first set of smart glasses by any means, with past attempts at the product made by Google, Snapchat, Amazon, and many more. But these are different and higher quality, so it could be likely that many more people will invest in them than previously. Obviously, to each their own. If you'd like to have Meta hear and see your every move, then that is your prerogative. But for me personally, I don't need them tracking where I go each day or having access to the photos I take on my adventures. For people who work in content creation, it may make more sense since the photo quality is pretty solid for a camera embedded in glasses. But do the pros really outweigh the cons? The cons being that Mark Zuckerberg now has even more of your information. That's all for this week's Market Share. My name's Genevieve, and I'll see you all next week. State Farm received 425 earned media. Wait, is that right? State Farm's head of marketing, Allison Griffin, in an interview. No, I hated the way I said that, sorry.